So what's up everybody, this is going to be my Black Clover 341 predictions. I definitely think this chapter is going to change the scenery. I don't think we're going to continue with Asta. We might see here a glimpse in pages for Asta's training, but the way the last chapter ended, it will be a perfect transition to let us know what exactly is going on with the other cast. So let's get into my Black Clover 341 predictions. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, so we should hit me with some false copyright strikes. So let's get this channel back to 5,000. Check out the Discord. So last chapter ended on a basically a funny but yet harsh note. Asta got knocked out, and Ichiga is showing that she's just as brutal, if not more brutal and cruel than Yami. Ryu also let us know that, you know, she could have took it easy on him and everything, but in my opinion, that is a good point to move to another scenery. I think we might get an update as to what's going on with the people in the Clover Kingdom. Last time we saw the people in the Clover Kingdom, they had a meeting. We don't know exactly what they're going to do moving forward, how they're going to proceed with Lucius. We're probably going to get like an update as to, you know, possibly training or possibly going towards trying to fight Lucius and find him. So we might have like a little scenery where we get in like an update or information as to how they can possibly locate Lucius. As of now, we don't really know where Lucius is at. We don't know his main hideout. He could be in the underworld, he could be somewhere on some random continent. We're not entirely sure. In my opinion, he's probably in the underworld. We're probably going to get a little scenery as to how they can possibly track Lucius. I get the feeling Yuno might be out for revenge. I hope he doesn't fall into disparity, but in my opinion, Yuno might charge in and try to defeat Lucius as soon as possible, because they're not entirely sure what his plan is. They know something about 7 days. Somebody probably heard that was there when Asta got quote-unquote transported to oblivion. So that's a possibility. I definitely see Yuno being out for revenge and his emotions getting the best of him, because remember, Asta is his sibling, basically. It's his brother. They grew up with each other. Doesn't matter if Yuno is the prince and soon to be king of the Spade Kingdom, Asta is his brother. He grew up with him. Another thing as well, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit more dialogue with Yami and William Vengeance. I would like to see how Yami truly feels about the whole situation. I know he's feeling very down. It's quite obvious because he's probably figuring out I was a pawn this whole time. This person that I thought cared about me didn't care about me as I thought. Yami always saw Julius as like possibly like a father figure or older brother type of thing, and this one time Julius, even though he has good intentions, the real Julius was Lucius, and Yami was just a part of his plan to open up the underworld. So I would like to see that dialogue with Yami, that inner dialogue. If not, then him and William Vengeance kind of talking to each other and then figure out what exactly is going on. Another thing I would like to see is the Black Bulls. I know last time they're going to start searching for Asta, but we're not entirely sure how they're going to do it, what's the process of that, how they're going to find him. I mean, there's going to be probably a way how they can maybe track Asta. I know some of you guys have been saying that it's possibly that someone in the Black Bulls can track Asta. Could be Gordon, could be Finral, who might have a way to get to as close as possible to the land of the rising sun with his portals. Maybe there's a possibility that someone puts 2 and 2 together, and maybe someone tries to contact the land of the rising sun. There might be a communication that we don't know about. Yami's homeland in the Clover Kingdom, because of that fruit product that Asta loved, there is a possibility that there's communication or at least trade between the two nations. So there's some type of form of relationship, and I hope we get like some type of explanation as to how Asta's fruit that he grew up in the Hajj village is also in the land of the rising sun. Usually that means trade, so we're probably going to see some type of connection between them. Maybe somehow, some way, someone figures out that Asta is actually in the land of the rising sun, and then they tell people, oh, he's alive, but he's going to be training. I would like them to have like a meeting similar to what they did with the Heart Kingdom, and a strategy as to how to combat Lucius. As well, I would like to see the Heart Kingdom and the Diamond Kingdom, because we haven't seen them basically since the time skip. We're not entirely sure that Noelle even has Udine anymore, so I would like to have an update with them if any way possible. We haven't seen Mars Mars and forever, but he's been mentioned, so there's a reason why he keeps getting mentioned in the story. I hope once he does come back, we get to see him. And then also the Heart Kingdom, they need to be aware of what's going on with Lucius as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be like a meeting between all the kingdoms and talk about Lucius, because there's a possibility that Lucius, one of his paladins, because we know that there's 4 apparently. 2 of them we have an idea, at least one of them we know for sure. The second one might be, I think, is 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚎, but we aren't entirely sure. He looks like 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚎, but there's 2 others, and I wouldn't be surprised if those 2 other people are from either the Heart Kingdom, the Diamond Kingdom, or possibly even the Spade Kingdom. There's a possibility that the other paladins are from other kingdoms. So I would like to have like a meeting of all the kingdoms, and they talk about how to move forward with Lucius. Like, there has to be some type of organization, there has to be some type of meeting, there has to be some type of dialogue between everybody to figure out the best strategy, because, you know, Lucius is a world threat. He's trying to destroy the world. His plan basically was to open another world and let Lucifer out, which he succeeded, and his plan was to get Lucifer's heart by using Astas. So to me, it's almost a given that everybody needs to band together and use their strength to try to defeat Lucius, because people need to know that this is a world-ending threat. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens moving forward with all this, because before it was just the Heart Kingdom and the Clover Kingdom, because they did an alliance to fight the Spade Kingdom. The Diamond Kingdom was already under Spade Kingdom rule because of the Dark Triad, so I would like to have at least the Diamond Kingdom King revealed soon, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if we might get a snippet this chapter, or we might get teased. And I would like to see an update with Noelle and Mimosa to figure out what exactly they're gonna do moving forward. I know Noelle is probably feeling like complete trash, because Noelle last arc she just figured out that she loves Asta, and then to see Asta in her point of view die in front of her, it must be hard. So I would like to see her dialogue in this chapter, at least an update, and also Mimosa as well, how they're gonna move forward, how Noelle's gonna get stronger, if she's gonna fight Lucius. Like, I want to see that character development with her, where even if Asta is dead, she still wants to fight, and she still wants to never give up, like how Asta would want her to do. So it's gonna be an important moment for her being without Asta, because Asta has been throughout the series a ray of positivity and hope for her to get stronger. So I wonder what she's gonna do now. I would like a character development for her to see what she can do without Asta, and her continuously grow with her thinking Asta is actually dead. I would love to see that from her. And then Mimosa, I would like to see her learn more attack spells, because her healing spells are pretty broken, even though she's sometimes not able to heal people. Like, I would like to see her have like a Valkyrie armor similar to Noelle's. I mean, we already see her have type of wings made out of plants, so hopefully Tabata touches that a little bit more. And then now onto the training. There is still a possibility that we're still going to be in the land of the rising sun. The story is focused on Asta, but we have seen a couple of chapters where Asta wasn't the main focus. It was basically everything that was going on, especially in the last arc. So if the story does go back to Asta training, I definitely see him getting healed again, and then him getting beat up again. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a joke about that. And then Asta could possibly get stronger in a way in terms of using his 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚎 or ki with his swords, because we're starting to see him use a little bit of it, but I'm getting the feeling from the dialogue that Ryu said he still isn't able to do it at will. He has to concentrate. So it would be cool to see him possibly do it at will, and then see like a progression. Ichiga is going to be completely amazed as to the progression of Asta. You can kind of tell that she doesn't really think much of him, and then anything that he does that she didn't expect, she gets mad. I mean, we seen in the last chapter, she expected Asta basically to get knocked out, and she got annoyed that he got back up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that, where she gets surprised again with something that Asta does. And I hope we get more explanation as to that little tease that Ichiga did last like 2 chapters ago, where she said that foreigners are looked bad upon in the land of the rising sun because it's rumored that they bring devastation, chaos, and negativity. So I hope we get a little bit more explanation to that and a little bit more tease into that, because I would love to see what is the land of the rising sun's history with foreigners in the past. It would be cool to see if possibly Asta's father was one of the foreigners that ended up in the land of the rising sun. I'm still poking that because I still hope that Asta's father has some type of meaning in the story. If he doesn't, it is what it is. But Asta training, we could possibly see another of the 7 Ryuzen. We still haven't seen them at all, so there is a huge possibility that we're going to see them soon. And maybe this chapter, after Asta gets beat up so many times by Ichiga, he's gonna get healed, and Fumito is gonna be like, take a break, because you know Fumito is, out of everybody there, he's the voice of reason. That's basically all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like the video. Let me know what you think is gonna happen this chapter. Do you think Asta is going going to get beat up to a bloody mess again and then get healed, and it's going to be like a continuous cycle. Do you think it's possible that Asta might show some progress this chapter, or do you think that this chapter is going to focus more on the people of the Clover Kingdom? Will you like to see what Noelle would do now that she thinks Asta's possibly dead? Do you think that she's going to continue her progress as a character in strength, or do you think she might regress a little bit? How do you think the Black Bulls are going to eventually meet Asta? Do you think they're eventually going to go to Land of the Rising Sun? It'll be very interesting to see them go to Land of the Rising Sun because they are Yami's crew and they have a relationship to Yami. It would just make their relationship, their bond with Yami stronger if they were in his homeland. Do you think that the other kingdoms in the Clover Kingdom continent are going to do a meeting and possibly find a way to move forward with a plan to fighting Lucius? Alright, like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.